Hey guys, before this video starts really quickly, do you guys want to see me do One Punch Man recap videos? If you do, let me know by including in your comments somewhere the word One Punch. However, my name is Chris, this is Anime Debate, and we're going to talk about some of the greatest fighters of all time and why you hate them so much. But then turn around and find a new fighter and go, he's the best ever, I love him, even though he has the same overpowered skill set. Now, I'm going to stretch this a little bit and go a little beyond anime and talk a little bit about American comic books and some manga tropes here. But let's just dig right into it right away. So, I'm going to give you the people I'm going to talk about here. We have Batman, we have Superman, we have Saitama, and we have Goku. Now, all these people have different skill sets, but in my opinion, are all extremely overpowered to a degree that makes them ridiculous and not worth a discussion over. Why do I say this? Let's just start with Superman. Now, Superman is the atypical superhero that everyone's like, oh my gosh, he's way too strong. Oh my god, he can do anything. He is boring. People say that all the time. I'm like, he's not boring. He's just what he is. He's an amazing hero that can defeat limits. He's all about inspiring us to not give up and keep pushing ourselves, and we can do anything, including clone ourselves, spit out fire, and maybe he can't do that. Maybe I'm making that up. But, you know, he can pretty much do anything. I feel like back in, like, when he was, like, you know, really big in, like, the 60s and stuff, whenever he needed a power, he had a power. Like, the freeze breath, just a convenience. He can just do that. So he can see through walls. He can shoot out lasers that can hurt you. He can shoot out safe lasers that don't hurt you. He can flip through your clothes. Superman can do literally anything that the freaking book calls for. Now, I feel like in these modern day times, they kind of calm down with all that and just giving him powers that were, you know, more grounded, which makes him a little bit weaker, but at the same time, still makes him an overpowered character because he's still known to be the strongest that there ever is or ever was. But everyone, like I said earlier, seems to really dislike him and kind of find him boring. And I feel like that's not fair because when you pit him against someone like Goku, one of his abilities is the fact that when he loses a fight, he gets stronger. He comes back better. He's resilient. He never gives up. He keeps pushing and pretty much can do the same thing Superman can, minus the ability to, you know, again, like alter physical realities. Like Superman Prime, at one point in the books, can punch a hole through reality. And yet, people were still saying that, well, when Goku in Dragon Ball Super was fighting Lord Beerus, they were creating shockwaves through the universe, and they could destroy entire planets. And I'm like, okay, I get it, that's really impressive, but he punched a hole through reality. Reality. Not a planet, not a galaxy, a reality. To the point where it brought Jason Todd back to life. That is insane to me. That is not beatable to me. But I'll let you have your fun. I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys that Goku is as strong or weaker than anyone else, because the fact is, if the story calls for it, Goku could probably punch a hole through reality too. Goku can probably do anything that Superman can do, with physical strength, I mean, without a question. But the fact is that Goku's, like, you know, his essence is to not give up and to keep fighting. Even when the odds are against him, he's still going to find a way to do it. The instant transmission, you know, just grab Superman, put him in a planet where he can't breathe, find a place where kryptonite exists. All those ways that he can defeat Superman are extremely viable and extremely true. So I'm not going to discredit any of that. But everyone still has the opinion, though, that Superman still can't defeat Goku because Goku, again, is just a resilient character. But then you bring in this guy I like to call Saitama. And now, the big rage on the forums is that Saitama can take down Goku. Because in the manga, no spoilers here, but I'm just going to tell you about it. At his strongest point, Saitama can make punches, right? That can literally create seismic events on the planet Earth. He can punch you so hard that tornadoes and tsunamis are created. And again, his whole thing is that he is the one punch man. He can defeat anything with one punch. None of these other heroes can say that. That is probably, to me, the strongest ability ever. If you're gonna fight me, you're like, let's go. And you know, Goku's gotta go boom, 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 or boom, 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 yeah. You know, and Superman's gotta go boom, a boom. You know, he's gotta work for it. And Saitama's like, boom, bah! And you explode. You know what I mean? If that is the fight, then Saitama's gonna win every single time, and to me that makes him the most overpowered. But currently, people are like, well, he's my favorite, and he's gonna win everything, and it doesn't matter. And I'm like, why do you guys love him so much? Why is he not just getting the Superman syndrome? I don't understand. He is literally stronger than Superman. Like, in that world, he is stronger than Superman. And you're like, I love him so much. The bias makes no sense to me. But then I started thinking about it. It's kind of like Batman. People love Batman, but Batman, in my opinion, is the most overpowered of all, because you take someone that is a regular dude, right? It's a regular dude, got some gadgets, works out a lot, but basically a normal human. Yeah. Kind of like Saitama, human, but just push himself to the true physical limits of humanity. Also, Batman is Batman, so take that. That is a real argument people have, is that Batman is Batman, so Batman's just gonna win. Batman's power, the reason why he's so overpowered is that he is himself. Batman can do anything, including, like I said earlier, defeat a guy that can punch a hole through reality. That doesn't really make sense if you think about it in real terms. Like, if Batman and Superman got into a real fight, and Superman's like, I don't want to do this, he just flips him in the face and he's freaking mortally wounded and can't move. That's literally what could happen without fail. So this Batman versus Superman thing is a dumb argument to begin with. But, we don't want that to be. It's the same thing with throwing Goku versus Saitama. Think about it. You've seen what Goku can do. But we still believe that Saitama has a fighting chance. We want to believe that. I know Saitama can punch you in one punch. But if you're going to put that up against a guy that you've seen destroy some of the baddest villains in the universe, and you've seen this guy go to the limit and then push that limit beyond what limits could be and become a god, you tell me a god has a chance. A god has a chance at losing to an ordinary human who just pushed his human limitations. Really? You're telling me that? I can roll with it, but I just want to make sure that's what you're telling me. Because the thing is this. We don't want Goku or Superman to win because they're aliens. There's something about us deep down that doesn't want to see that happen. We want to believe that the human spirit and tenacity can defeat anything, including guys that can shake the universe and shake the world. We really want to believe that. Yes, Saitama has shown us that he can defeat anything in one punch. Yes, Batman has shown us he can detect his way and figure out things and find your weakness every single time. But against true physical strength and true physical limits, there's no way they can truly win. But that's okay because we don't want them to. And it's a fantasy world we live in, and it's okay to have these fantasies. But these are clear and apparent biases. I'm not arguing one way or the other. I think in a fight, they all would do well. And I don't know who would truly win. But I am on the side to say the aliens should have an advantage. But because this is our media, they're not going to really win the hearts of the anime and comic book communities. Like when they had that Batman versus Superman fight and Batman won, everybody lost their crap. But then when you had Superman versus Goku and Goku lost, everyone lost their crap. Because the guy who has truly no limits is not the guy you want to see win. You don't. And you find every reason in the universe to come up with ways it'll work. But at the end of the day, you just have a bias. And that's why these battles, these crazy, crazy battles, where we put our fictional characters against each other, are so much fun. Because anything can happen. But that's my opinion, guys. How do you guys feel? Do you think Saitama can beat Superman or Goku? Let's talk about it down below. And I'll see you guys next week on another anime debate where I'll actually discuss 2 shows. I promise this time. I ran out of time. Sorry, guys. And I'll see you tomorrow for something weird. And then, of course, on Mondays for Nerd Motivation. Later, people. Ever use teleport. Thank you guys for watching. I got more videos. You want to see more anime debates, just click right there. I also have a t-shirt that I am selling, so it'll probably show up there too. Thanks a lot, guys, for all your help, your love, and your survival techniques that you gave me that one night. Remember that time we were fighting peppermint monsters? Oh, yeah. Oh, that was scary. All right, guys. Thanks a lot.